This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Jade Empire. In the last episode, we entered ever so, well, not too much farther into the Lotus Assassin headquarters, as we were given a mission by a gang, or gong, or however you want to pronounce it, to clear out some ghosts and then help him kill Shin, his higher manager. So I guess we got to have our work cut out for us if we want to meet the High Inquisitor before we learn about Death's Hand. Time to make a jewel out of some souls and to kill some dudes. All a day's work for closed fist Discord man like myself. Let's finish talking to the former trainer here now that we've become the official trainer, although we're not going to do that very well. We're not a Pokemon trainer. We don't take care of that stuff. I have access to Shin's personal entourage.
You are supposed to train the attendants in his entourage. Some need it, but if you seem too skilled, your next fight will be against the hidden Lotus Assassin. Besides, it wouldn't weaken Shin for long. I suppose he would be alone and more vulnerable if he had to fight right away, but he will replace them in time.
I see. I'll have to play this by ear and carefully. Would there be an outcry if one of Shin's entourage died during training?
Accidents happen, and even the attendants in his entourage are just acolytes, and therefore are utterly expendable. There would not be much fuss. However, you would probably find yourself training the hidden Lotus Assassin in the next bout. Any skilled acolytes under Gong are quickly disposed of.
You don't have much faith in my training that I could take care of a hidden Lotus Assassin like that, but yeah. I want to get rid of all of them. How can I fight? How many can I fight at once? How many can? Why should I ask her how many? When do I know how many I can fight? No, I guess sometimes you need an outside eye for that type of stuff, but still.
Are you mad? Well, it doesn't matter. You must train one at a time. If you seem to be too strong a target, I'm sure they will accommodate your death wish.
Well, I don't have a death wish. Oy, I wish I was dead. Death wish 5. No, alright, well, we'll figure that out over the course. We'll just have to take them out one by one, I guess. Who am I supposed to... Oh, wait, no.
You're in a hurry to make enemies, aren't you? Very well. Master Shin has a new attendant in his entourage who is supposed to be trained. Attendant Hitan. She is replacing one of the acolytes who did not return from Tian's Landing. There was no explanation. I assume he was weak and was discarded. You can find her and all of the other attendants by the doors to the inner chambers. They wait there for when Shin leaves to inspect new slave shipments.
He's talking about the person who didn't come back was the one at the dam at Tian's Landing. I believe, unless they're talking about the one that was at Gao the Greater's tower, but I assume it's the one that was actually at the drowned city part of it. But how did you come to join the Assassins?
I showed my ability in the arena, and when I asked, their recruiter agreed. I have only one skill, and this was the best place to exploit it.
Fighting is all I do. That is all I can do. So she's from the arena, huh? What abilities do you mean?
Combat. Killing. The army was too strict. The arena too tame. Here, when they want an enemy destroyed, that enemy is destroyed. Sometimes family and all. We are all here for one reason, and that includes you. We are killers, plain and simple. There are no Lotus Assassins with hearts of gold.
The arena was too tame. Did you even get to the Ravager? It sounds like you didn't. Sounds like you stopped halfway through, like a puss. No, Assassins with Heart of Gold. Man, what a badass. Yeah, but he gives his checks to children. Children with diseases. No. Who am I supposed to... Or no. What training services can you provide?
I have learned a number of techniques.
So she's got a couple of techniques she can buy. Let's see. I mean, I'm not going to buy the ones with negatives, but check it out anyway. Training, fearsome visage. Man, my mouth is not working properly today. Training as a Lotus Assassin takes its toll. A Lotus Assassin sometimes deliberately deforms himself to present a more disturbing visage to his opponents and instills fears in his foes. Deadened nerves, plus 10 health, minus 3 ki. Lotus assassins often use a technique common to many martial arts, but in their fanaticism, they take it as an extreme. They beat their body continuously, first with ropes, then with wooden sticks, and then finally with iron rods, until their bodies are completely deadened to the pain. They can resist all manner of physical attacks, but focusing so intently on their physical does little for the spirit. I've heard of that type of training for beating yourself to try and toughen your body. I don't know if that actually works or not. Window to the Abyss. My +10 key, -3 focus. The spirit is endless. The depths one can sink to is limitless. If one looks inside, they will see nothing but themselves. Inner strength. The strength of the spirit comes from this limitless inner void. Eye of the Inner Darkness, which I will buy because it's a pure bonus. +15 key, +5 focus. Looking out into the void inside, the place in which the spirit resides is a person's inner eye. A person at peace with their great inner self gains great power and strength of the mind from this eye. So yeah, we'll buy that one. Let's see, this one, we already have a couple, so we don't need to buy that one. Mastery, that wouldn't be bad because it's for closed fist users. Gem and Mastery, +3 to everything. The goal of every struggle, no matter what its initial justification, is dominance. Power over others and over fate will determine the true outcome of everything. This gem helps focus that mastery of destiny into pure strength for the wielder's body, mind, and spirit. And spirit +2, which you don't need. So, what is my gem situation like? Would a +3 at everything really be good? Yeah, it would improve. It would. It'd be better than the Gem of Struggle. Or if I don't mind taking a small hit to something else, I could get a bonus to, like, removing, like, Superior Warrior or Monk Gem or something like that. Just or even getting rid of the Gem of Earth Power. We'll consider it. I don't need it that badly, but okay. So we need to... do you have anything to
Yes,
say?
Acolyte. Why have you chosen to disturb me instead of working on the tasks I have set before you?
Nah, it'll probably be the same question.
Remember your
before.
tasks, Acolyte. Create a spirit shard in the extraction chamber for the Jade Golem, and find a creative way to kill and disgrace Master Shin. I am sure I can count on you.
Well, there you go. If you did, everyone got that? Can we actually go in here? The press room or not? Oh, we can. Okay, well, we need to check out, we need to train some people and figure out what to do and how to get what we need to do. Be careful, fool! One distraction, I could have been crushed! When the Jade Golem is done, have a normal spirit shard made and replace this clay golem. The ranks must be full when the Jade Golem is activated.
My own demons distract me in this place, but I hold no love for your new master or the master above him. If you kill one, why not two? Distractions are the key to weakness in a target. If you look to the future, Master Gong will have his plans come crashing down on him.
Was that you, Sagacious Zu? Where'd you pop up? Dawn, did you see him? No, I didn't. What good are you? No, So he's whispering sweet nothings of discord and closed fist, closed fist. So, 2 birds with 1 stone in a column, huh? Interesting. Might be something to consider. Oh, there's nothing to actually check up here. Alright, well, let's look around here before we head back out and worry about that training and all that other stuff. I assume it's still inactive. An inactive golem is likely waiting to be activated after the Jade Golem controller mentioned by Gong is completed. Okay. So, checking those guys is pretty much pointless. Ooh, a treasure chest. And a scroll. Let's check the chest first. A trap in the middle of this place? Weird. What do we get? Gem of Forethought. That's like plus... What is that again? +2, less chance of health power-ups. Though, at this point in the game, those are worthless. There's no reason to have those because you could get a +3 and not have the lesser chance of health power-ups. So, I don't know why the game's still giving us them at this point. Probably just sell, I bet. Alright, let's put the fat. Jade Empire Bestiary, Volume 2. A thought on golems. Until recently, very little was known about golems. Those few people skilled enough to craft golems kept their secrets carefully. Powerful and deadly foes, golems are feared throughout the Empire. Though their workings remain a mystery, there are several useful characteristics worth noting about these formidable opponents. These man-made beasts are immune to most types of magic. Their solid exteriors are best attacked with equally strong force. Weapons and strength are best ways to defeat these dangerous adversaries. Yeah, after we ran across them back in Tian's Landing and I had to reset because I activated them, so yeah, they were pretty dangerous. I think there was still a possibility to beat them. I just wasn't in the mood to try and do it at the time. But yeah, I think in D&D it's the same way. I think D&D golems are immune to magic as well. So you have to find different ways. Or they're immune to most magic except for like weird specifics. You know, like you could beat them a certain way or some magic would affect them in an odd way to help out with that, depending.
So, you are the new Lotus Acolyte under Master Gong. No one else has reason to be here. He was quick to favor you. New recruits are typically held in isolation. I will instruct you on the use of the golem press and crane. Forming the golems is an honored task that elevates us above slaves and mere servants. Press is simple to use. Using this machine, we can create a legion of warrior golems in a day.
That explains how they are produced in such numbers. But is it for the Emperor or Death's Hand?
I don't know, Dunn. I think it's for the Death's Hand, personally. At least from what everyone else has been expositing on us. Our power must be grown at incredible weight. If we are able to create that many golems, why haven't we? Our power must be grown at an incredible rate.
This is only one step. Here we create husks devoid of energy. Each golem needs a spirit shard to move, and a jade golem must guide them all. For each shard, a spirit must be reduced to its essence. For a time we used those that lingered near their graves, mining them as if they were silver. No longer. The recently dead make a stronger, more obedient golem, if the death is painful. With a jade golem guiding them, legions act as one, utterly obedient. The extraction chamber is a far more interesting place to work. The screams over there are music. Here we have only the creaking of clay.
You know, harvesting souls similar to harvesting silver, or mining silver, kind of reminds me of Ghost Rock from Deadlands. If you don't know what that game is, you should check it out. If you're a fan of if you're a fan of the Wild West with some steam. Well, I guess it's not really steampunk because it could be Wild West without steampunk stuff in it. But it's a fun tabletop RPG I like to play. But yeah, if you ever find out what Ghost Rock is, you'll know what I'm talking about. Machines look dangerous. They tell me the crane and press. Okay, we can ask about pretty much everything. The machine looks dangerous. Have accidents claimed any lives?
You nearly saw one as you entered, but they are rare. Falling victim to an obvious danger like a dropped golem or worse, the press, would take a monumental fool. The machines are loud and you can see the operator from anywhere in the room. A past victim of the press suffered more damage after the incident than during it. Reputations are very important in the Lotus Assassin Order. Falling victim to the press would cause a loss in status almost fatal in and of itself.
I see. So you either have to prepare it beforehand or something like that. Or keep the sound a minimum. Well, something to consider. Tell me about the crane and press.
The press is simple to operate. You select the type of body at the first station. Once the material is poured, it is funneled to the press. The press serves as a mold and a kiln. In short order, it can be opened and the new body is ready to be moved. The crane controls are at the end of the ramp. You can experiment with each station if you want, but you may as well reduce what you produce to rubble. There are no shards to power any more golems for now.
So yeah, we need to make some more shards for what we need. We'll go back.
You test my patience, Acolyte.
Well, too bad. You're going to listen to me because I'm an MC. Tell me about the different golems.
You do not need to know much. We can make husks right now, but there will be no more spirit shards until the Jade Golem is completed.
You kill people to make the shards for the golems?
The average citizen of the Empire is worthless. They're nothing more than cattle. In this, they can at least serve some useful purpose.
Being useful in the afterlife by powering a death machine or something similar, or an uncaring soldier who can never tire. What are the different oh no, we were asking about that. Why is the Jade Golem special?
Very few are made. They're expensive and difficult to construct, but they are also essential. A single Jade Golem can direct and pacify a legion of others.
Okay. What do you mean by direct and pacify?
1 or 2 golems can be controlled by will alone, but larger numbers are unwieldy. They grow confused, their wills creeping back and bringing madness. Jade Golems keep order. Command a Jade Golem and you command them all. The current legion has not yet been assigned a Jade Golem. Master Gong will probably order you to help with that, if he has not done so already.
Pretty much. You know him too well, apparently, like that. Any other questions? Let's see. I think that might be it. No, I guess, okay. Tell me about the Lotus Assassins.
What do you wish to know, Acolyte? There is much to learn if you want to ascend in the Order.
You're actually kind of interested in that. Seems like everyone is when you're asking about that. Tell me about Inquisitor Gia.
Grand Inquisitor Gia directs us all in the absence of Death's Hand. She is one of the few that survived the transition of the Lotus Order into the Lotus Assassins. She is merciless, violent, and sadistic. You would do well to emulate her.
Makes me wonder if she was always like that before, or if she just forced to change to survive. Food for thought. Where can I find her?
Beyond the Veil of Death if you impose your presence uninvited. Master Gong may present you if you please him, but even he has few opportunities to appeal to her.
I see. She likes to keep to herself for the most part, just dealing with the duties at hand. Tell me about Death's Hand.
Death's Hand is master of us all. It is by his whim that we live and die, for his is the will of the Emperor. Obey him, or fall before his might.
Well, we'll have something to say about that when the time comes. Has the Emperor ever visited this fortress?
No, and there is no reason for him to. I would throw myself in the press even if his robes were discolored by the dust of the machine. I have no doubt that Grand Inquisitor Gia would extend my demise if I did not.
Yeah, that's a bit extreme, but okay. Goodbye for now.
I will return to my tasks.
You don't have to go home, but you don't have to talk to me. Okay. So we definitely have to mess with that if we want to, do what I think we're gonna do. But we'll come back to that later. We still need to do the training and all this other fun stuff. So, all right. And then I think these are the acolytes I need to train right here, right? Yeah, Keaton and all that. So we have to deal with them before we can go forward. Before we talk to them, though, let's go back into the room here. Now that we dispersed the ghosts.
You approach the soul extractor. The assassins want you to create a spirit shard to crush a life to power a golem puppet. They are very efficient in their brutality now. It wasn't always like this. Fear used to be the primary tactic. Destroy the family of one to ensure the loyalty of all. It caused chaos, uprisings, close allies turning on each other. Those inclined to betrayal fear it the most. Imagine if you could corrupt the machine and return the chaos of disloyalty the Emperor dreads.
Did you say chaos? Discord? I'm listening. Can I ruin their plans to get what I need? If you have something useful to say, get to it. I'm sick of you interrupting. How are you avoiding capture?
I was one of the elite, and before that part of the Order of the Lotus, but I'm still shut out of some places. No matter your motives, helping the assassins harms you. If you corrupt the spirit shard, you can move forward while also crippling their golems. They seek control. There used to be a chance to disobey when the order given was too harsh. The victims pointlessly innocent. Now there is only obedience. There is something chaotic enough to disrupt that. In the elevator room to come, descend to the deepest mine, to the oldest graves.
it seems like you're like Discord, but you're like not. You're not like to just like stupid Discord or whatever. You're like, don't just follow blindly. Like, you know, I don't know. Like he believes in being strong, but not to like a murderous degree or something like that. One thing with disrupting. What do you mean? Why should I trust you? If you know something that can help, if you know that something that can help, get to the point.
Just go. The thieves await you. Remember, the deepest mines. They are closed now for being too troublesome. That is where you will find what you need.
Alright, go sneak off there, dude. What have you been doing? Sneaking! Alright, so we need to go down to the bottom, huh? Whoa, what's this?
You must be Master Gong's latest acolyte. I heard there might be a new recruit, but they typically aren't ready for service so quickly. Stripping a will can take time. But Master Gong is known for being generous to those who please him. You must be quite exceptional to be allowed into service so directly.
Well, I am an MC. As you can tell, I've got a unique face. Don't you just love this face? What is this place? Where are you? What do you do here? What is this place?
This device is the Soul Extractor. It has a loftier name, but we are here to glorify Emperor Sun through Death's hand, not pay tribute to some distant celestial lord. It is mounted on an elevator that reaches deep into the necropolis. Until recently, we excavated bodies to extract spirits that lingered near their graves. The results were unpredictable. Now we use slaves. Freshly killed spirits make the best golems. The more painful the death, the better. The extractor is not gentle.
Horrible. If the Emperor really is behind this, he's a monster.
I don't know about that, Don, but he's a monster. No. Let's see. Okay, so we could do the whole question thing. The machines look dangerous. Have accidents claimed any lives? Oops.
The golem press is far more dangerous.
Hold on. I'll just hold on. I'll just redo that.
You should get on with your work. Grand Inquisitor Gia is growing impatient for the Jade Golem to be completed. Select a suitable victim and create a spirit shard.
Alright, let me talk to her again. Sorry about that. I accidentally pressed the button while I was like had the controller in my hand.
What do you want?
Oh, it won't let me do it again? Ah, come on, man. Dang it. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. Now she won't even ask the question. So, I actually skipped it too fast to actually read it. But I think it did say something about it being dangerous, so apologies about that. Sorry.
What kind of questions?
God, that kind of annoys me because I skipped the second part because I was like, okay, I'll just re-talk to her again and I should have the question pop up, but nope. One of the few times the question didn't pop up. That kind of annoys me. Anyway, I must make a spirit shard for the Jade Golem.
Then you should select a suitable victim for the procedure. I would recommend one of the slaves on the prison level. Selecting from elsewhere could bring unfortunate results, and I would not wish to see you disgraced so early in your time with us. Use the lever to select a floor, and this platform will move there. You are free to go where you wish, but I would avoid the lower mines. They are restless.
Sagacious Zu said something about that as well. So you believe they are dangerous?
The older tombs have spirits that have festered in their hatred for ages. They are not easily controlled. That is why we use slaves to power the golems now. As well, the mines are simply not stable. Tombs can collapse, so we take care not to move too many golems at once, to avoid shaking the foundations of the fortress.
Good to know.
What kind of questions?
Alright, I want to ask about the extractor and spirit shards.
If you must. It is a simple machine to operate. I'm sure you will come to enjoy the subtle joys of it.
Do corpses still have souls to extract?
Spirits that die in trauma can linger near their mortal form. The Empire is soaked in blood. Many restless dead haunt the necropolis. But slaves produce a better result.
Yeah, well, we already know that slaves are stored here, but let's ask anyway. You store slaves here?
Only on the prison level. Many of the mines are impassable. The graves were never intended to be stable during excavation. Several have collapsed. Much of the surrounding ground is weak. We do not march too many golems at once. Even that might shake something loose.
I see. How does the extractor function?
Slaves are placed in the extractor, and the extraction fluid produces exquisite agony. Focused by this pain, the soul is forced to crystallize into a spirit shard. That shard is implanted in a golem, infusing it with the energy of the deceased soul. Your task is the creation of a new shard for a Jade Golem. Do not delay.
I see. Well, we'll keep that in mind. Okay, let's go back. Tell me about the Lotus Assassins and our leaders.
Your place in the ranks of the assassins is clear. What do you want to know?
I want to know everything. No, tell me about Death's Hand.
Death's Hand owns my soul, as he does yours and everyone else who has given themselves to him. In obedience and submission, we find our purpose. He is the living will of the Emperor. Through him, we are closer to the heart of the Empire.
And through my chain, and through the forest, my chains are broken. Oh, well, I mean, different franchise. Tell me about the Grand Inquisitor Gia.
Grand Inquisitor Gia is the embodiment of the will of Death's Hand, even as he is the will of the Emperor. She governs us all while he is elsewhere. To defy her is to defy the Empire. Death is her first and last means of education on the matter.
Well, I didn't think Death was a very good teacher, but I guess I must be wrong. Tell me about the fortress.
It is our home, but not for much longer. With the golem forces of the Emperor almost complete, there is little to tie us here. When the army marches, so shall we. I do not imagine we will leave much behind us. The ground here is weak. Such a movement of power will likely shake the walls to their foundation.
Sounds like you've got some big plans.
What?
Alright, is that it? I thought there were some more questions we could ask her.
You should get on with...
Hold on.
What do you want?
Oops.
Then you should select...
No, I guess that was just it. Those... Okay. Cool. Wasn't there, I could have swore earlier there was a way to, like, look up old, see... Like old dialogue. Maybe that's in later games where you could, like, go back through the list and see what they said previously, so I could show you what she said when I, accidentally pressed the button. Ah, here we go. Dialogue. Oh, fortunately, I'll have to go back quite a bit. Let's see. Let's see. What is this place? Okay, what is this place? Dawn's so horrible. Machines look dangerous, have accidents claimed any lives. The soul extractor certainly kills whatever is placed within it, but little is left to the victim, so you cannot prove that they did not belong there. Only spirit shard remains. The golem press is far more dangerous, but I have nothing to do with the ungainly device. I prefer the elegance of ripping slaves apart. Oh, fun. Alright, so we gotta do that as well, and we need to... If we wanna cause pure chaos from these guys and destroy this organization, we want to choose the lowest floor. So we'll have to decide on that. Okay, so we have a few options to go through. Let's see. There are 3 sub levels accessible. Select Fortress 4 you'll have to visit. Can go. Do you have to? Oh, let's see. We're already on the main level right now. Near surface mine. Let's see. Because I do want to check the... Let me do the middle one first just to see what that is. We'll kind of just click and choose. Because I don't think we have to pull a slave yet for what we need to do, but... Oh, can we not actually check it? We can only... Oh, there we go. Okay. Now let's see what's oh, just a bit of water. Ooh, bones. A dead body. Scholar gem. What's that? What does that get us? Let's see. +4 mind. Not bad. I mean, I've got gems basically better, but... Alright, iron skin gem. That gets us +3. Oh, no damage from traps. Do we have anything that's... I mean, the traps really aren't that big of a deal, but... Small cracks in the mine allow a few beams of light from outside. An emaciated slave might be able to reach the surface, but no one else would fit. Oh, I see. Well, we're not going to deal with that. Nope. Not at all. Not our business. Alright, let's go. Whoops. The air is noticeably colder near the extractor. The machine is motionless, as if waiting silently for the next victim or corpse to be placed within. The handles weren't smooth from use. Zu said to descend to the lowest mine to learn how to use the machine to create a shard that disrupts the lotus assassin's plans. Cool. Alright, let's go to the prison level. Just check out things there. And then I think we'll call it, I believe. Alright, well, looks like we've got a couple of ideas and what we need to do. We need to make that, we still need to make that spirit shard, train those people, and possibly take out a couple of rivals back to back, dying in each other's arms. It sounds beautiful, doesn't it? We'll find out what happens next time in the next episode of Jade Empire. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.